Hello, welcome! Today, since it is spooky season, I'm playing a spooky game. This is Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. We played the demo previously, during might have been Next Fest? I don't know. But it's a visual novel, ghost story sort of thing. So yeah, we got to play Act 1, but I think it's 3 in total, so... English, please. Heads up. Content. Depictions, blood, gore, violence, sexuality. So just be aware. A little more horror than we normally have for fare around here. Peek the settings here. I think I remember what this is. This is a message from Yell. Thanking us for streaming. Also, look at that cat. I mean, it's not this cat up here, but look at that cat. Is a good cat. The CEO, the Chief Eating Officer. Very good, very good. Okay. New game. They're both good cats. It's true. I see her in my dreams. Her in that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name, my old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. I'm sure it'll be fine, and nothing weird or spooky or going to kill us or anything like that. I'm sure it's all totally good and fine. Act 1. Welcome home, my love. See? So cheerful. Oh, I should probably move Valcam just in case here. 1 sec. This game does not do audio in the background. There we go. We'll put Val up there. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door of this house, a letter clutched in your hand. Livber is a coastal nation in the northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority, by a 5-member council known as the Court of Trade, highly advanced in seafaring. It's a new world of 15 island nations. What am I waiting for? Read the letter. Did I even have another choice? Let's read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again, and again, and again. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear. I am waiting for you, in the Neverall. Lilith. Lilith, you know, biblically always a perfectly fine name, and never a bad sign. I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. And yet, you fear that she isn't. Because what waits for you may be far more dangerous than a corpse calling you to her door. Like what? Like memories. Just like this very moment standing here in the rain. A memory brought you here, and it keeps you here. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies all buried here. This two-story hovel raised upon your memories. I can still leave. It's not too late for anything. Yes, but you won't. The trembling letter in your hand is proof of that. You'll see the simple village buried beneath Livber's shores. You'll open the door to the shack standing right here where you stand now. That's it. That easy. Let go of the letter. You let go of the trembling paper. With a rustle like a distant scream, it sails into the twilight. It rises and falls in the wind that whips your coat. You watch it shrink into a gray dot in the wind and void. And somehow, though you don't quite understand why, you feel as though you've lost something that mattered deeply. You must keep moving. You shouldn't stand in the rain any longer. Hey, Fruit King, how's it going? We're playing Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. It's a horror visual novel, light content warning for gore and violence and sexual themes, apparently. We played the demo previously. The dev sent us a full code. Just came out. Figured it's spooky season, we should play a spooky game. And the demo was neat, so here we are. Sounds like fun times. Well, enjoy! Knock on the door. Meow. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged Dr. Cutie who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you. Landing at your feet, she shakes the droplets from her coat. Then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Meow. Tainted life forms. Domesticated bacterium. Okay. We have to pet the cat. Obviously, we pet the cat. Never found out how Lilith came to find her. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With a soft stroke, she traces the doorframe with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, weightless, in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even though you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? But even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last, your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of Tuldas flowers mixes with the scent of something burned, pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her, standing beneath the dim light like she's torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. She doesn't see you. Bent slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her. Lilith. The ghost of your past. Your greatest lie and sin. Is this really Lilith? You stare, stunned, at the woman who stands before you. She should be dead. Her hair no longer shines like it did that festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulders like wet strings. Her skin is sallow, a ghost-like paleness. And her eyes. The moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips from your lips. How? You remember. The festival night, a warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white towelless flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. White towelless flowers. How did you find these? There's nothing I couldn't find for you. Beautiful lie. Told so well, even you believed it yourself. My love. She looks at you as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You finally come. 5 years later, how could you write this letter? With my love, of course. With the love I hold for you. Each letter carried my blood. Don't pretend you didn't feel it. You knew. I whispered every word to you before, my love. What I hear now is not what I heard back then. A pained smile appears on her face. My love for you never ended. But it's good that you're listening now, because I have much to tell you. Tonight, I'll talk about the things left unsaid when you abandoned me to death. Come, sit. When the candle's flame flickers on the table, Lilith's smile widens. It stretches into a grin, baring all her teeth. You think you see something squirming beneath the shadows of her face, but the moment quickly passes. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer. Is it really you? Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her eyes more clearly than ever. Something writhes beneath her gaze. Her body leans toward you, getting closer. You feel the sweet aroma from her skin, her warm breath brushing against you. There was something sparkly here. Oh. My love, do you truly not recognize me? This is just a game, all of this. This has to be an illusion. An illusion? Her smile spreads across her face. If only it were, my love. And perhaps I'd wake up on the night you left me. But here you are. So shall we eat? Sit in the chair. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've led me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them together with that alchemy ritual. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Her hand holding the fork freezes in midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breathing deepens. My madness! I offered you only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams, you saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. Remain silent. She turns her face toward you and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, something even I cannot name. Her skin ripples as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You can't tell if it's real or just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. And just as quickly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. Love means something different to you. You don't love me, you want to own me. It breaks my heart that you'd believe it could be that simple, my love. You don't understand. I never wanted to own you. Never did. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment, you wish you were out there, on the deck of a ship bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love, just like those paintings you love so much. It's not madness. Oh, no, it's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place. Like me. Like you. Go on. Eat. Porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Herbs, sense of belonging. When threatened, they secrete a toxic chemical. Well, I'm suspicious, but I don't want to make her mad, so I never imagined pork meat could be edible. After the festival where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a pork, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Do you really think I could tolerate that, my love? That first night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith. No! She slams her hands down on the table, leaning forward. Her face contorts with rage. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, 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 that's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we'd never be apart. Do you remember what else you said? Said it didn't matter that you came from a different class. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met. I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a Bactar. If I wasn't born a noble in Cardia, I was nothing to her. And you didn't stand by me. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off you. Every motion she makes to cut the pork meat with her fork shakes her entire body. Her head tilts slightly, the candlelight slipping through the crimson hair. Silky strands swing gently back and forth. Your gaze shifts downward. You realize she's not slicing the meat on her plate, but pressing the blade into her own forefinger with all her strength, blood mixing with the meat below. Let's step back. As you suddenly try to step back, the table scrapes against the wood. Your knees slam into the underside of the table. What's wrong, my love? Lilith's eyes follow your gaze to the porcelain plate in front of her. After a brief pause, she picks up a scrap of paper from the floor and presses it to her bleeding finger. Then, in the blink of an eye, she's suddenly right beside you. Ah, love, my love. If only it knew how happy it makes me to see you worry about me. It's just a small cut. Don't fret. Are you okay? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. It's just... I never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to doping. Some said she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained in her own blood. When they found her, she drowned in herself. Tragic, though I used to think it was funny. But now I understand why she did it. Wait a second, you thought it was funny your mother drowned in her own blood? She nods. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with yours. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. I can't put up with this madness any longer. I'm sure we won't get murdered. Do you think you can defy fate? In the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never! She mad. Head for the door. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move toward the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hands reach the door, Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she'd used to cut up the meat. You instinctively tense up. Listen to me. We don't have to do this. You can't leave. Not before you're finished. You must first rip me from your heart. Can you do that, or must I do it for you? Wish I could have saved you from this pain, Lilith. Rain pounding against the window intensifies. Lightning briefly illuminates the paintings, fresh and glistening as if just painted. Your eyes drift toward the pork meat. It suddenly moves on the bloodied plate. I won't let you out of here. Not yet. Not until I've said all I need to say. Look, I'm only here because I want to understand. Fine, let's talk. After you put that down. You're kidding, right? We've talked, my love. You already understand. Everything's out in the open now. No more secrets, no more shadows, no more masks. There's only acceptance. You're mine. You belong to me. And I'll tear out the part of you that refuses to accept it. I'll take the very essence from inside your heart. For you, my love. For us. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps toward you. If this is truly what you want... No, we're gonna say stop. Lilith's eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her eyes, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you. Run! Your feet recoil in an archaic reflex and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor, crashing down. For a brief moment, yellow pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. Catch glimpses of your own drawings, a dining table, and a woman clutching a knife, but there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's when you remember. There's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. Cellar, I must still... Another exit. Let's try another exit. Another exit, a window, a back door. Shit, there must be something. You rise, fleeing deeper into the house. The corridors feel familiar, yet the dust rising with each panic step is a new and unsettling sight. You frantically try each door without daring to take your eyes off the corridor you just came sprinting through. Locked, all of them. The windows are sealed shut with rusted, decaying iron bars. We can't be separated. There's nothing left, my love. There's no way out. Basement. I must try the basement door. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor. But it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and the nauseating stench of things that should have long been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. So you bolt the door behind you, and abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And we get stabbed by the crazy lady. Uh-huh. I don't speak Latin. Is that Latin for we have chosen poorly and died? Oh, Act 2. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation. The dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Once, on a sunlight morning of the first circad, you saw Yell descend these very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards. Old, broken, hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Do I remember what it looked like? Could I use this hatch? You could try. In the end, do you have another choice? I could wait here. Do I remember what it looked like? Yes. A hatch made of wood, round, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered with mud. You hardly noticed it before or after. No, we're gonna use it to get out. We're not gonna go back upstairs. The wooden steps groan beneath your tread. Their cries, like the house itself, are bitter shrieks. From unseen depths rise a heavy moan, the stink of mold and damp. One step, another, you go down. Open the door slightly. You re-rise from the dark. As the basement stairs sink into an abysmal silence, your steps find solid ground. Old memories. You remember the rooms beneath this house you once shared with Lilith, but like everything else, this place feels unfamiliar now. Lilith. Her dread is still fresh, sharp, and ripe. Crystals growing between the stones in the wall cast a faint, pale light. When you lift your head, you see two doors standing tall in the wall ahead. I have to get out of here. At the end of this place, there must be a way. Passage to the cellar hatch upstairs. There has to be. Look at the doors. I don't recognize this place. Where am I? Examine the surroundings. Let's examine the surroundings. She hasn't come tearing after us yet, so... Gods, I don't recognize this place. Where am I? Examine the surroundings. As your eyes adjust to the crystal's pale glow, you survey the chamber. The stone walls drip with dampness, cloaked in moss. When you listen closely, you hear the crash of waves hammering the cliffside beyond. Knowing a world still waits outside grants you a fleeting comfort. On the wall to your right, two circles are carved, lines slashed between them, refusing union, drawn with hateful strokes. Before the wall where the crystal is embedded, a rotting wooden table leans into decay. On it rests a broken frame coated in dust. On the floor, a melted candle and a blood-stained shredded journal. Let's look at the candle and journal, shall we? You step amongst the scattered parchments and torn books. Reaching for the journal fragment beside the candle, it crumbles in your grasp. You open it carefully. The bloodied script is unmistakable, Lilith's hand. Most of it unreadable, but in the final pages you can make sense of some hastily scrawled words. I'm shaping her. She will be complete at last. Is there any other way? No, no, no! It will be perfect. We'll be complete. Together we'll be complete with him. Let's not keep reading this. Is this what you called creation? I can't take this anymore. Let go of the notebook. You place the notebook back where you found it, but it's already too late. You've disturbed something. Even without touching it further, the Nahor notebook keeps unraveling, decaying on its own. The air grows heavier. Your ears begin to ring. I need to get out of here and find the door past the cellar door fast. You push aside the books, scattered parchments, and broken wood with your foot and step closer to the doors. To the left is an iron door, rusted with the weight of years. On it is a symbol, old and long since stripped of meaning. The other door is heavy, made of damp wood. Creaks faintly as if breathing. Metal door. When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Fearing Lilith might be following, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around. Like the room before, this one too is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation. And then, a voice. Do you remember me? Who are you? Who I am? I mean, I don't remember who I was, but, what I am, I know. You turn toward the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. Not for her eyes, bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then, she tilts her head just slightly, and in that moment you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Look closely. Wait a bit, I know you! At last, at last, at last! She made me, remade me, from start to finish. Yes. What? Who did this? Was it Lilith? Shh, don't say it. If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders tight inward, her eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I had to be... yes. What? When she pulls back, the crystal's light shows her more clearly. Scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up to her hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut apart and stitched back together along those marks. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin, long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. The one before you looks like someone who has been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece since childhood. Bye, Val. Hang on, let me turn off empty box cam here. How could she do this? The young woman looks at you from where she had crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. For you, to create you. And of course, to love you. Are you her? Did Lilith steal your body and soul? I've always still been yours, love. The young woman collapses on her knees as if she's used every last ounce of strength. Breathless, she turns her gaze to you. Was I good? What? The lady, she said so. Stay here if you're good enough. He'll love you too, she said. She said so. But if I'm just good enough, you'll love me, right? She tilts her head and looks at you. The sharpness of her chin casts an unsettling shadow in the darkness. Sure. I'll always love you, no matter what you're in. This thing you're staring into isn't Lilith. It's just an empty shell. A twisted reflection stripped of free will. An uncanny amalgam where fragments of the young woman have somehow tangled with the essence poured into it. At that moment, a crushing wave of pity floods your entire being. You can't tell who it's for. The woman looking at you with desperate hope? Lilith? Or yourself? Alright then, alright. Will I see my mom now? Will I see her here? Her eyes glaze over. She tilts her head slightly. See her body start to tense. And why am I so cold inside? I don't know. But you said if I... She said I lived it. The lady said so. If you love, she'd take me outside. It was the sun, warm. She said I'd see it all. What can you possibly say? You cannot know if this young woman will ever see a world beyond the damp stones of the basement. Where you stand someone crushed under dreams, broken apart and ground down by the hopes of things that never survived their shell. For a moment you hesitate. Do you know how to get out of here? Can I help you see the waves, the sun, if you show me the way? Leave? No, can't. The lady'll find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come? She presses herself even tighter against the wall. You can see the terror in her eyes. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She's using you. Do you know the way? There has to be a cellar door around here that leads outside. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ears, the hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you'll love her. Chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight no force could ever free her from this place. There might be something in this room that can help me. Moisture and moss cover the walls. In the left corner of the room lies a bed, its sheet stained with blood, urine, and pus. Atop it sits a cloth doll. The floor is decayed, scored and battered, as though someone had dragged things, slammed them down. Against the wall, before you, rests a rusted metal table, its surface scattered with shards of broken mirrors. In front of it, a chair is collapsed, its legs bent. Brown stains coat it so thoroughly you can hardly guess what its original color was. Is this rag doll yours? I'll stay here. You'll come back. Doll is in shambles, stained with black blotches, its eyes long since gouged out. One arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn open and stitched back together again and again in different places. The padding that once gave its head shape has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth are sewn haphazardly across its body. Lying lifeless on the bed, the rag doll is a reflection, crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. Maybe it's best not to touch this doll. You slowly step back, deciding it's best not to disturb the endless rest of a toy filled with the marks of the past. Unlike the young woman who's been experimented on, this doll seems to have found a peaceful sleep. I think this rag doll can dream in its sleep. As it has endured all this time, the eternal and unending torture of a ruthless evil forced upon her has yet to be destroyed and scattered to dust by now. The answer to that question must be yes. Is there anything on the table pushed against the wall that catches my attention? The broken mirror leaning against the wall has nearly ornate, carefully crafted edges. The glass itself is shattered right down the middle, as if someone tried to break it from the inside. The crushed and bent metal table is unusable. In its lower right corner, dried blood-stained fingerprints remain. Let's look at the mirror shards. You step closer to examine the mirror. Dozens of blood-stained shards scattered across the table and floor reflect distorted, warped versions of your face, each one staring back at you with revulsion, as if they loathe bearing your visage on the mirror's silvering side. You feel ashamed. Ashamed of being yourself, ashamed of this face. Overwhelmed by fear, you take a step back. Lilith's hatred has seeped into every corner. I think I've seen everything there is to see here. It's time to move on and find the way out. You turn towards the door. One looks old at first glance. Its wood is dark brown, fading to gray in places, cracked and mildewed with time. There's no visible handle, only a notch in the frame, worn smooth, not by force, but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new. More like something rotten, polished up and presented as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural. In its center sits a silver knob. The other is newer by comparison. Oh, that's just a... Okay, repeat there. Old door. You slip your hand into the gap and push. The surface isn't warm, but not exactly cold either. Stagnant. Reminds you of the moment a body begins to cool. the remnants of a life lived, then abandoned. Your fingertips catch lightly on the splinters of the wood. As a child, you used to run your hands over boxes like this while hiding beneath your mother's alchemy table. A life long before your mother's death, and long before you took responsibility for it. Long before. Pry the door open! At first glance, it seems a cold and empty room. On the damp walls, the light seeping through the half-open door glimmers like scattered pearls. The dust, woken from its endless sleep, whirls frantically around you. Then you see them. Paintings and canvases thrown into the corners. Torn, ripped, shattered. A great hatred has turned every one of them into the wreckage of a massacre. The room opens into a corridor without a door. There must be something else I can find in the room. You turn your gaze away from the paintings on the floor. The beams supporting the low ceiling have come loose. The wooden shelves that once hung on the wall have fallen to the ground. A few books catch your eye where the shelves have collapsed. Oh, we're gonna get crushed by a cave-in. This cursed basement, I wonder if anything real remains. Reach for the broken shelves. You move past the paintings and reach for the broken, splintered shelves. Some are swollen and warped from dampness. You pull a few planks aside. Beneath a thick layer of dust, a bound book and a box lying next to it catch your eye. Box. The box looks hastily made, rough and undecorated. Its lid held in place by a simple wire. When you shake it gently, you hear something round thumping softly against its sides. Examine the lock. When you look down, you see it is nothing more than a tiny piece of wire, as if the lock is symbolically sealing something shut. Rather than serving as protection, it seems to deny whatever is inside. A slight bend of the wire would be enough to open the lid. We should probably not open that. It's best not to touch that box. Leaving everything behind feels like the only right choice. Lilith's madness has seeped into every corner of this room. You move slowly toward the door at the end of the corridor. Blood roars in your ears as you push the slightly open door. This must be where you'll find the cellar hatch. Pass through the gap. The door opens without resistance. Inside, it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. And in the middle of it all hang bodies on chains from the ceiling, rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Man, how could I have forgotten about the rotting body room? Obviously every house has that. Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? The voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't still be alive. Who are you? I'm over here, come closer. I don't bite. Well, I'm kidding, of course I bite. But right now, that's not really an option. I'm a bit tied up, you see. The thing before you is a body without a lower half, another of Lilith's experiments. Its arms are chained to the ceiling, a hook driven through its shoulders. Its head, lolling onto its left shoulder, watches you with curiosity. It doesn't take long to notice one of the eye sockets is empty. What happened to you? What happened is kind of a long story. I can tell you, though. Come on, pull up a chair. Sit. I'm fine right here, thanks. Are you gonna tell me who you are? I'm just someone who talks, alright? You're asking no right questions, like none. Plus you're in a rush. Got somewhere to be important to be or something. Right questions? What even are the right questions? See, that's still not the right question. But don't worry, your secret's safe with me. You know, the whole ex-lover drama and all that. He winks with one eye. Secrets? What secrets? Exactly, Golden Boy. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no deep secret you've locked away, nothing hidden, nothing chained up inside you at all. He winks again. As he forces his head forward to wink, the movement causes the chains to clash, a metallic clatter that echoes through the corpse-filled room. The sound doesn't stop there. Somewhere in your mind, the noise starts to transform into a series of indistinct whispers. I don't understand. How do you know all this? What are you? Ha! Now that's the right question. I'm glad you asked. Because the truth is, I haven't seen myself in a while. I don't know what I've become, but something's definitely missing. She's been trying to fill the void with something else. Were you someone once, or did she create you? Ah, now that's another good question. Been asking myself the same thing every night for the last 3 years. I was someone once, yeah, but it didn't last long. Because the last time that someone opened their eyes, Lilith was staring back at them, and then, BAM! From that moment on, I was forced to choose between being someone or looking like someone. Which one did you choose? Guess. His face falls blank, head drooping to one side, lips pressed into a straight line. Last he speaks. I chose to look like someone because being someone meant making choices of my own, and I've nothing other than what's given to me. Not anymore, anyways. Lilith doesn't show mercy. Anything she creates, she consumes them until nothing is left but a shell. But you're different from the others, aren't you? Gesture at other bodies. Your observation skills are truly remarkable. The others weren't exactly talkative. They couldn't give voice to the parts you've kept locked away. I guess I was a bit more useful. In the end, they were Lilith's creations, but me, you created me. Look, I'd love to stay here and talk about who created you, but I need to get out of here. There's got to be a cellar hatch somewhere. Where is it? So Lilith and her creations don't really catch your interest, huh? Fair enough. Then, if this room's where you seek to pass, then answer me riddles first. No need for class. Nope, no riddles. The cellar is not here, Golden Boy. It's that way. As his left hand shifts, the chains clink and rattle against each other. Mind the doors. They have a reputation for taking where you don't want to go. What's that supposed to mean? So we're doing this again. You're trying to escape, aren't you? From reality, I mean. But I've got bad news for you. You already know where the hatch outside is, Golden Boy. You've known all along. You just don't want to go there, because this is the place you ran from. It's the place you ran to. The place you'd rather stay. I had to come here. There's no other choice. Oh, great. Here we go again with the legendary Destiny speech. I had to come. There was no other choice. Blah, blah, blah. None of this was ever your doing, right, Golden Boy? Everything just happened around you, and you were just a poor little leaf tossed around in the stream of creation. Open your eyes already. Silence with a brief lifespan fills the room. Damp seeping from the walls mingles with rusted iron. For the first time, you clearly sense the cold, choking air around you. A shiver runs up your back. Light of the crystals set into the walls sting your eyes. It's been how long since I'm like this? Let's see. I think it was after you believed your mother had died, where your father blamed you and let the last breath fade into the ocean. Long after you sent Lilith to her death and still tried to live on. Way after that. Come closer. I want to show you something. He seems trustworthy. Alright then, here we go. Hold out your palm. A little more. Yes, do not drop it. Ugh, I hate this part. Put out your hands. As you stand directly in front of the corpse, the stench becomes almost unbearable. Inside his empty eye socket, you catch a faint glimmer, something shimmering. Then the body starts to retch and convulse. He grips his chains tightly as something thick rises up his throat. At last, a darkish red fluid oozes from his mouth. He vomits onto your outstretched hand. A mouthful of warm bile fills your open palm, but within that heavy heat, there's something there. Damn, give me a second to catch my breath. It's never easy coughing up the things Lilith stuffed inside me. Here you go, Golden Boy. Pretty sure this belongs to you. What's that? A crystal. Unformed, still translucent. Something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. A memory. Your greatest joy and your greatest lie. That feeling clung to Lilith. She took it, turned it into a ritual, shaped it, and made it something else. Which memory is this? You watch as the corpse's breath slows. The single eye sunken into its skull begins to dim, fading softly. A faint, genuine smile forms across its face. It can no longer speak. Look at the crystal. As you wipe your hand clean, the round, translucent crystal is revealed. Veins pulse across its surface with a blue energy, throbbing like living tissue. Inside the orb, a vision takes shape. You feel Lilith's warm body against yours, the softness of her lips pressing into you. Her fingers threading through your hair, her breath hot and intimate against your neck. Your body trembles. You're biting, tearing, devouring each other, consuming until nothing remains between you. In that moment, you're whole, truly complete. Your bodies dissolve into one another, and you touch the essence of the core of Lilith's being. Then, with your lips pressed to hers, you begin to speak. I will never let you go, my love. The crystal shatters in your hands, a sharp flash, and then thousands of tiny fragments scatter across the room. The corpse before you slips free from his chains, crashing into the pool of fetid, pus-laced water below. With one last effort, he turns his face toward you. I said the things you couldn't. Now the words are yours, Golden Boy. Break free from your chains. Unlock them. We'll meet again. Very soon. Corpse looks at you, that same faint smile still on its face. Silence in the room deepens. Now I'll also say the things you can no longer say. Close the corpse's eyes. Corpse doesn't respond to your touch. In the stillness, it looks almost like it's fallen into a peaceful, restful sleep. I'd better find a way out of here. As you return to searching the room, you feel something settle over you, a sense of expectation. The lifeless bodies strewn across the chamber are watching you. On the wall to your right, you see 2 distinct doors, once again. The first door is sealed with rusted chains, but the chains aren't locked together. They merely hang there, as if they tried to hold something back and failed. The other door stands slightly ajar. Beyond it, nothing but darkness. No light, no life. Well, let's go to the one that doesn't look like there's nothing there. The chains draped over the door aren't tightly bound together. They simply hang there heavy and loose, as if they once tried with all their strength to seal something shut and failed. From beneath the door, a faint cold breeze flows out, carrying with it a soft flickering glow. Yeah, we're still doing that one. You open the door and step inside. Your foot is met with a smooth surface without any texture. No stone here, no dust, not even an echo. Silence, a cold whiteness. The room is bright. Far too bright. The light overwhelms your eyes. There is nothing left that could remain in shadow. This room, why is it so bright? Where is the light coming from? That doesn't matter. Your gaze fixes on the white door standing directly before you. Ordinary, with nothing remarkable about it, simply waits for you to open it and step through. There's something fishy about this place. Tell me, what is this? Why is the light so blinding? Because, look, we have to get out of here. In the other rooms, there are things waiting for you. Real things. Meaningful things. You do want to step out into the real world, don't you? You have a purpose. But here there is nothing. Nothing at all here. That's why we must go on. Why? Why what? Why are you anxious? Because you weren't supposed to be here, that's why. The story wasn't meant to go on like this. Here there's nothing. There's nothing to be told here. No plot to make the story interesting, not the slightest speck to describe. This place is utterly empty. We have turned into the Stanley Parable. Maybe in the silence and stillness I can rest a little? Look, we don't have much time to lose. There isn't a place for you to rest. Right now you're lingering inside a void that shouldn't exist. And do you know what happens to the character who waits in a void that shouldn't be? They become a character who shouldn't exist. You have to move at once. I mean, we have to see what happens, right? Is that why you're anxious? Anxious? No, it's just, we weren't supposed to be here. There's nothing to carry the story forward. There's no plot, no character, no rhythm, no object. It's completely empty. There's nothing to be told here. If there's nothing to be told, then you lose all meaning too. Listen to me. Look, I'm the one keeping you alive in this burnt-out, ruined, piss-stinking house. The one stopping you from curling up like a fetus in your madness, alright? Now do as I say and go to the door. I think I won't do that. You think you're very clever, don't you? The master of the story. And if I have to get us out of here? You see the room beginning to shrink. The walls stretch in unnatural ways. The wall before you seems to be closing in on you. You know you have to open the door. No, I will no longer be the victim of the story. For once, I will decide for myself. I will not open that door. You want to simply stay in the whiteness, to stop, to rest, to remain in the silence forever, don't you? This never happened. Perhaps I didn't create this room, but I created this whole illusion for you. If you no longer wish to take part of it. Farewell, leading man. I hope you enjoyed the story I narrated for you. Close your eyes. When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Do I remember what dream it was? A white room, pale white. I was trying to escape and, my head. The room began to shrink. Lilith again, always her. Who else could it be? My love. Lilith? Sit up and look around. Water trickles from the ceiling again. Moonlight. Must be midnight or thereabouts. House is collapsing. 5 years. Dust and decay. I'm hungry. Look around. The dining table and its toppled chairs remain. On the table, dust-caked plates. Water drips again from the loft above. Insects scatter across the floor. Are you searching for food too? Huh, that sound. What was it? Lilith? Hey, welcome on in. No, this is not balls. This is horror story time. Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. We played the demo ages ago. And the dev sent us a code. It just came out. Felt like a good Halloween stream game. The narrator seems to be missing. Yeah, we had a Stanley Parable moment and decided that we weren't listening to the narrator anymore. So I don't think we have a narrator anymore. They gave up on us. Go to the kitchen. Kitchen's empty. Cockroaches scatter across the counter. Am I hungry? Not truly. What's desire meant to feel like? There's nothing here. I killed Lilith. Did that voice come from inside? What? Is this real? What? Is Lilith real? She was always real. The most real of all things. But her love, no. That was madness. Mad. The day I knew she would speak again of the grand unification. Lilith, are you in there? Go upstairs. Here was our bedroom once. The sheets lie rotted now. I feared her, Lilith. She was mad. She loved me more than she loved herself. The bed lies broken, collapsed. Water drips from the ceiling, gathering here. What was that? A voice? Was someone calling me? Go down. There were paintings watching over these stairs. Beautiful ones. Lilith and I, together. Now nothing remains. Nothing at all. Go to the basement door. Boards creak everywhere, splintering, falling apart. The plaster has fallen from the walls, exposing what's beneath. This is it. Yes. Here they took her after I betrayed her. They seized her arms and dragged her away. First they cut out her tongue so she could conjure alchemy again. No alchemy again. Lilith? Is that you? Open the door. Darkness. The stairs have long since crumbled. She told me herself this is where they carried her out. They took her, and they cut off her limbs so she would never walk again. I'm coming, my love. Are you calling to me? Where are you? A blue light. Where could it be coming from? This is the basement with one room, damp stones covered in moss. She had drawn a circle here. She had stood at its center. When they took her, they flayed her face so no one would ever recognize her again. My love? Where are you? The blue light shimmers over your wet clothes, right? The salty water of the sea drips from where you were thrown. Your hands are severed, coagulated blood pools at your back, black at your feet. The flayed pieces of your face hang, oozing pus. Your lidless eyes stare at me. I'm sorry. My voice echoes off the stone. Her arms hang limply at her sides, motionless. There's rage in her eyes. Lilith, my love. She doesn't answer. Not sure she hears me. From the slit in her bare face, shaped like a mouth, black fluid drips out, spills to the floor. Lilith? Is that you calling to me, my love? Where are you? Go upstairs. All your memories will slowly melt away, like tears in the rain. The end! We ignored the narrator and the narrator abandoned us ending. I'll let the credits play through and then we'll see if we can reload from the point before we just completely ignored the narrator. Congrats on an ending. We picked the I don't want to be part of the story anymore ending and faded away. That does seem fair, and also seems like the kind of ending that seems correct for me to have as the first ending. Where am I? Why is it so silent and empty here? What happened to the sound of the water crashing against the stones behind the walls? Move toward the door. Your footsteps echo upon the smooth stone. Because you have no shadow, you cannot be sure where you tread. Feels less like walking and more like gliding. This feels horribly wrong. Yes, because we weren't supposed to be here. Your story wasn't supposed to continue this way. We can easily fix that. How? By opening the door and leaving here. You're right, I should leave this room behind. Your footsteps echo upon the... Yep. Something feels horribly wrong. How come I must know? Know what? That behind this door there aren't more doors, and behind those more still. And behind those yet more. This is an endless labyrinth. You can't, and all you can do is hope. I can get out of here. I'll see the waves of the sea and feel the wind caress my face once more. Absolutely. Now place one foot before the other, and let's leave this place. Approach and open the white door. Yes, exactly. You reach for the door. You open it and step through to the other side. It's that simple. Leave behind the empty, meaningless room that never should have been. The story flows again, just as it was meant to. You open the door. What greets you is neither the whisper of the dead nor darkness. It's a warm room lit by amber tones filled with a pleasant scent. A familiar scent. Notes of fenlin dance with the resinous breath of leucine. For a moment your nose stings and your eyes well up. You know the smell. Right in front of you stands an old wooden table. Scattered pages lie around it, along with small alembics and chemical traces, and someone is there. A woman. A very old woman. Her golden hair streaked with gray is tied up in a bun at the back of her head. The hearth built into the wall, she stirs something inside a glass bowl. She doesn't seem to notice you. What are you doing here? Her hand, reaching for a powder at her side, halts in midair. The image of her hunched back slowly gives way to her face. A warm smile spreads across it. The dark circles under her eyes and wrinkles reveal her age. Ah, a guest. Welcome, young man. My name is Ligeia. Forgive me, no one's come here in a very long time. Come, sit. She gestures to the chair in front of the wooden table. Thank you. Sits on chair. You must be tired. I'm sure it's been a long journey for you. As you let go of the tension your muscles have held for so long, you feel the ache rising from your calves. In this warm room, filled with familiar scents, you realize for the first time just how exhausted you are. You are tired, Elbeck, truly tired. You have no time to rest. Don't forget why you came here. You were searching for a cellar hatch, the way to freedom. Yes, I'm tired. You can rest here, darling, for as long as you like. You're an alchemist. She lifts her gaze from the papers for a moment. Yes, I used to be. Used to? She returns to the hearth, pouring a blue powder she's warmed over the naked flame into a vessel. I had an accident, long ago. My laboratory burned. We can have the conversation here. Don't ask how the accident happened. I mean, if we could see if we get more belligerent narrator nonsense. What kind of accident? A tragic accident. My 7-year-old son played with a mixture I was working on. To him, it must have seemed like a game. She lifts a vial of blue liquid from the bench and lets the light shine through it. I suppose he thought he could do alchemy better than I could. Or maybe he simply thought it would be fun to mix colorful liquids. Who knows? Is this my mom? This feels so familiar. When I entered the room, he was at the mixture. I scolded him a little, then sent him off to bed. Never suspect he might have tossed something into it. I kept working. When the laboratory exploded, I could smell my own burning flesh. Liquid dextrose and vit, when combined at a high temperature, they trigger a sudden, violent release of heat. You didn't know that then. That's what detonated your mother's laboratory. Wait a second, wait! There's no need to worry, darling. None of this was ever your fault. You didn't have to keep living with this guilt. Unless you're... Shit. I thought you'd have realized it by now. I'm your mother, darling. No, I did realize it. Come on, game, give me some credit. No, impossible. My mother died. They never found her because she was gone. So many, many years ago. I know, darling, I know. You thought I was gone, but I couldn't leave. And I see now I wasn't the only one who burned that night. Because nothing has ever managed to tear the guilt from your mind. Believe that if not for that night, you would find me here in this room. That's why I'm here. I wanted to be like you. This work was everything to you. I wanted to make you proud. Or I just wanted to spend some time with you here, but I lost you forever. That one. You didn't lose me, darling. You did what you had to do. What I wanted you to do. That's why you must let go of your regret. I was proud of you. But that night, if not for that night, you would still be alive. You can't know that. The voices in your mind, they keep you here so you won't forget me, isn't that right? So you can exist, so you can remember something. That's why they hold you inside this loop. Well, you must get out, darling. No, 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 no. You want to stay in this loop? It's safe here. You know what will happen. You know what waits behind each door. Well, most of the time. Don't get too close to the truth, because there you'll find nothing but ruin. Are you here to pull me out of this loop, Mother? Ah, no, darling. Woman steps a bit closer. Scents of beeswax and bergamot fill the air around you. You feel warm and safe. She gently places her hand against your cheek. I forgave you long ago. I'm here because you needed to forgive yourself. And if you leave this loop, you'll go mad. What do you think will happen once you forgive yourself, leading man? A garden of white flowers and salty spray from the waves striking your face? No, out there is only ruin, darkness, and madness. Nothing but loneliness. But here you have me. Familiar voice to guide you. I love you, Mother. I love you too, darling. Always, in every way. Take me out of this loop, Mother. Take me to somewhere where I can finally shake off this weariness. What? What do you think you're doing? Do you think with that tiny brain of yours you can break this loop? I'm the one who made you. You're nothing but a fucked up piece of flesh. Do you understand? Without me, what meaning could reality possibly hold? Tell me, tell me, tell me! Mother. Woman, come with me. Woman leans against the far wall. You think you can get out of here? And step towards the alchemy cabinet. Without me, you're nothing! When I open this door, I don't know what will be waiting for you on the other side, darling, but I know you'll overcome it. Your mother places a gentle kiss on your cheek where tears just roll down. No, 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 I won't allow this! You step through the open door of the alchemy cabinet to wake up in a new life down by the seaside. What will I find there? No one but you can ever know that, darling, but there will be truths. Step into the alchemy cabinet. To Narnia we go! Oh. This is the... Welp. Welp, indeed. I will defeat you, narrator. Apparently I cannot defeat the narrator. Let's keep watching silently. Well, once this worked, missing piece must be found. What is she trying to do? Some kind of mixture. Judging by the ingredients, advanced alchemical formulas. Vials of Newton and dopin sit on the counter. The real matter isn't on the counter. Look at the floor. I hope this isn't the alchemy Lilith believed would bind our souls. You can't tell. Even for you, this is an advanced alchemical formula. Maybe if you see what the woman is stirring, you can figure something out. Move a little closer to get a look. Missing something! Woman suddenly turns around. The moment she sees you, she freezes in place. A warm smile spreads across her face. The dark circles under her eyes and the wrinkles give away her age. Ah, guest. Welcome, young man. I only wanted to see what you were doing, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Don't worry at all, darling. Come, sit. I'm good. Woman tilts her head slightly, her eyes fixed intently on one of the papers spread across the table. Don't worry, ma'am. There's no need to call me ma'am, darling. My name is Ligaya. What am I doing? I need to prepare a mixture. But... She sets the paper aside again and smiles. Same overwhelmingly familiar scent rises from her. Your eyes sting with tears. But something isn't right. That's why the materials won't dissolve into each other. These fluids, formulas, maps, and enzymes. Something keeps going wrong, as if someone had tampered with it. You mean Lilith? No, darling, I mean someone else. Someone who wanders from room to room, trying to cleanse herself of her past. Maybe someone who as a child tampered with her mother's formulas in the laboratory and caused her death. You can't be talking about me. I've never been here before. I had no part in any of these alchemical mixtures. Is that what you think, darling? Isn't that why you knocked on this door in the first place, at the very beginning? Woman picks up one of the blue liquids from the counter and lets it catch the light. Everything here has a piece of you in it, and all of us. Guilt, regret, pains, and deaths. I only want you to leave some of it behind. What do you mean? When you were 7, how you tampered with your mother's work on her bench, how she later found you after scolding you, slight accident. It was not your fault. Ma. Faint whisper slips from your lips. You awaken to an explosion that shakes the place where you sleep. Bright flames race across the floorboards, blinding you. You watch silently. The flames sink into the black waters. Chaos, people running. They say no body was ever found. Later you understand. The flames had been wearing a body all along. Your mother's body. I'm so sorry, darling. How could you possibly know that? Because that laboratory was mine, darling. I got mad at you that day, didn't I? I'm sorry. You had tampered with my notes. Your hands were dipped in covered in powder dipped into the solution. But that night, I forgave you. It wasn't your fault. I was sleepless, and I never imagined you would have added something to the mixture. But you had. To you, dropping those powders and liquids of different colors into the boiling water and watching them change was nothing more than a game. How? I know, darling, I know. You thought I was gone, but I couldn't leave. I see now I wasn't the only one who burned that night. I want to be just like you, make you proud. You did. That night when I saw you here, I was proud of you, darling. Proud that you had tried to understand the formulas, that you mixed the colors. A world taking shape in your hands. New and more beautiful. A place that could be remade, beyond darkness and absence, where we can begin again. But if you stay here trapped in this loop, you'll never begin. I guess I have to stay in the loop. I should stay here, Mother. There are things I must put an end to. Lilith. You will never forgive her, darling, just as you will never forgive yourself if you stay in the loop. This is not a path with an exit. This eternity you will do nothing but grieve. Did you love me? Always, darling. Even when you thought you'd killed me. Man, I want to see if there's another way, but I think it's going to be the same narrator gets mad at me ending. You know I have to stay in this loop to exist and to remember you. The right choice. I will always remind you of her in this room with great peace and warmth, but I can't promise you'll remember her as she truly was. She takes us dangerously close to reality. I can't risk that. Will I not remember forgiving my mom? No, you can't do this. There is no other way. For you to live, your mother must die. It has always been this way. It always will be. I understand. Then you must go on, darling, if that's what you choose to do. I'll always be here, each and every time. The woman walks toward the wall on your left. She cracks open the door of the alchemy cabinet. A warm breeze stirs your hair. She places a small kiss on your cheek where a tear had just rolled down. I do hope that you'll find what you're searching for out there, darling. The moment you step into the alchemy cabinet, you fall into an endless void. Warm winds coil around you, and once again you find yourself wondering when you'll finally strike the ground. Falling again. Is this how it was meant to be? Oh, we got more Latin. I think we, appeased the narrator enough. Act 3, the 65th month. Now in your interrupted fall, metallic taste burns in your throat. Blood and rust mingle with the air you breathe. Beneath your hands there is damp warmth, as if though something has come alive. Yay, Act 3! Also, we found 2 ways to make the narrator abandon us. I call that a moral victory. Where am I? At the beginning of your salvation, and of course, at the end of all things. Do you see it? You climb now. Your nails are clawing at the rotten boards. Yet beneath them, some things writhe. In the darkness, and there, a pale light flickers. The light that will grant you freedom. For the story to end, for you to awaken, you need one final crescendo. Move towards the light. You think you are moving forward. You think the story has forced this upon you. But do not despair. It was never about choices. Then what? It was about letting go. Yeah, right. Approach the light. You crawl across rotting boards that resemble living flesh. The pale light in the darkness grows ever stronger. At last, the edge takes the form of an arched doorway. Great! Another door. This is no mere door. It is a threshold shaped by the weight of memories. Pass through the threshold. As you cross the threshold, the light sears your eyes, and then you find yourself inside the house. Again. The house where you once waited in the rain at the door, where Lilith insisted you eat, or you believed your memories alone kept standing. But this is not that house. This is the remnants of it. Everything is paler, grayer. The cracked walls have partly collapsed, their beams jutting out like bones from a broken limb. The windows quiver like taut skin. And right before you, upon the table bathed in silvery moonlight, lies a body. Around it, in the chairs, sit 3 figures. 3 familiar people. A young woman, a corpse cut below waist, and an old woman. You? All right on time. Come on then, golden boy, come. We've kept the finest part for you. What are you doing here? And who's that on the table? We thought you'd recognize. Look, won't you? Move closer to the table. You don't need to see the face. In truth, you never did. From the very first moment you knew. From the clothes, the hair, her scent. Lilith. Her body is still. From her neck, through her chest, and down her torso, spread deep fissures, as though something had burst out from within. Her face had been flayed away. Remain silent. Keenan's chain-bound arms tear bloodied chunks from Lilith's throat, rocking the corpse to and fro. The lifeless head of the woman you no longer recognize writhes with each wrench, as though striving to turn toward you. Ha! Everything begins in silence, doesn't it, golden boy? Anyway, we were getting a bit hungry. Piece for each of us, if you catch my drift. I don't understand. This never-ending search, the depths of meaning of memory, hasn't it always been what pulled you along? The answer you seek waits upon the plates before them. Get closer. Look at the young woman's plate. Your eyes drift to the young woman's plate. Upon it lies a thin, bloodied strip of skin, folded, carefully placed. Seems you'd never seen me. She pushes the strip of skin toward you. I suppose it was me who wanted to see you like this. Don't take the skin. You look down at the bundle in her palms. Familiar warmth rises, brushing against your face. You feel another pair of lips resting upon your own, but you do not reach out. I needed to be seen. Not just looked at, but seen. Noticed, I mean. To be seen. Recognized. Never carried my own face. You? Suppose we all wear different faces, always. So which one are you wearing? The one I created. That explains the state of your face. What do you mean? You ever looked at your own face? Touch your face. You slowly raise your hand to your own face. When your fingers brush past your temple, you feel it. A protrusion, a line, a stitch. A mask wrapping from your brow to your chin. Your breath falters. What's happening? Try to remove the mask. Either this will kill us, or we will awaken our persona a la Persona 5. You run your fingers around the edges of the stitches, finding a tiny gap to slip your nail into. It doesn't hurt, yet for the first time you feel it. The thing covering your face is real. There is a face upon your face. I need to take it off. Now you're beginning to see, I guess. You pull at the edge. As you do, a sickening sound rises, like flesh and bone screaming together. And you realize the scream comes from your own throat. I must keep doing. As you pull the skin away, your sight clears. Pressure around your throat eases. You cry from pain or relief, you can't tell. For the first time, you breathe freely. At last, you hold 2 faces in your hands. One yours, one Lilith's. Their empty eye sockets and mouth gape open, or mouth gape hang open in the air. You look better this way. I like it. How do I look? Quite normal. Like one of us. You glance around the table. The eyes watching you seem unaware of what just happened. Step back. You step back. You think it is over, but it is not. It cannot, for another still waits you. Look at the man's plate. Yeah, okay, indeed. See? Normal. I look just like them. Totally normal. He seems nice. And in your face that you detached, you feel the faint stir of the breeze. Yes, you feel it, as though the weight of your sins had eased, as if such a thing were ever possible. A droplet of blood slides down your chin as your gaze falls to the plate before the man. Amidst the clotted gore rests a tongue, no longer where it belongs. We had another part in mind for you, but it seems Lilith left nothing unsaid. Unlike you. Would you? He jerks his chin toward the tongue on his plate. What? No, I won't take my former lover's tongue. Do not take the tongue. Do not worry, golden boy. Take it. Before entering the final scene, you'll need a little voice. In the moonlight, the torn-out tongue gleams strangely. The corpse cut off at the waist wears a grin poised to twist into terror at any moment. No, no, I don't want anything pulled out from Lilith's body. The ritual's halted, unfinished. Something once cracked now splinters deep within. Lilith's body gives a faint convulsion. Black fluid seeps from the corners of her mouth. Perhaps she still had words left unsaid. Well, maybe next time. Someone else will speak in her place. I thought you spoke in place of others. Not for everyone, Golden Boy. Only for you. You forgot? It was you who gave me life. It seems that Nita's gone. Gone for good. What do you mean? There's nothing left to say, Golden Boy. The man's head slumps onto his left shoulder. In his eyes you see disappointment, and yet a deep pride as well. The rotten boards creak as if braced. From the broken ceiling, a few drops of rain fall onto your face. Was that all? Each fragment takes its time to settle into place. What you fled from now stands directly before you, dissolved, fractured, torn apart and ruined. Was it always meant to be this way? Will it always remain so? I saw Lilith transformed into something different, a creature perhaps. Perhaps she'd always been so. Something you told yourself time and time again. It's always easier to blame her. Easier than turning inward and facing yourself. But now you must prove whether you're worthy of salvation or not. What now? Tell me. Narrate or whatever and let this torment end. Moonlight spills through the fractured roof. Abysmal silence fills the room. You no longer believe those gathered around the table even breathe. Lilith's body lies there, still as stone. No, not quite. The boards, the glass, the scattered things around you, all you strain, awaiting. All this horror, all the questions, all the hatred, it was to bring me here, wasn't it? So I could see you like this. Step towards the door. When you look at Lilith one more time, the floorboards groan beneath you. You realize you've been clinging to a memory you no longer wish to remember. In that realization, you feel purposeless. 5 years ago, after the ritual, you never knew whether the lover you betrayed had died or not. Now, you do. She waits, her empty, dark mouth, her flayed face glimmering in the moonlight. I know, child. You must know when to let go. She's not waiting for you. Every time you read that letter, you kept her alive. I only wish she knew why I did what I did. Of course you do. Isn't that why we're here? Why we've reached the final scene? Outside, the slowing rain steeps through the cracked glass, dripping down onto the rotted boards. In the hush between drops, it sounds like the beating of a heart. Truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find meaning isn't that simple, my child. But at least you tried. To piece at least some of it together. I never told about the past. I never completed parts for her, did I? Perhaps you were waiting for the right moment. You wanted to do what was right. The memory of her in your mind will soon reach its end. The wood creaks one last time, then silence. It stretches. The floor beneath your feet stirs faintly like a living membrane. The torn black threads of the curtains shiver by the windows. Silence. It stretches. Then a breath. You see Lilith's chest rise upon the table. Her eyes turn to you. Her body tenses, as if she's being born again, yet there's nothing miraculous in it. No, that's impossible. Step back. You no longer question whether Lilith is alive. You've moved past what's possible. Yet you can't stand the chill rising through your spine. Your steps backwards creak the floor. Lilith's body straightens, her skin still taut, the muscles in her neck tighten. Welcome home, my love. For a moment I feared you wouldn't come. I remember you saying that when I first came here. The first time? You have no idea how many times you've read the letter that you wrote yourself, my love. Letter that brought you here to me. This isn't the first, nor will it be the last. Don't worry. We're almost complete. Hey now, I'm still on my first asterisk playthrough. You see Lilith's chest rise and fall. Her jaw moves as though she's still speaking. Yet what comes out is only moist breath and a trace of black phlegm. The words emerge instead from the throat of the body of the man cut off at the waist. Slumped in his chair at a natural angle, his half-open mouth shapes Lilith's voice. It must end. I don't want to be completed. All this was your revenge on me for killing you for that night 5 years ago. Or it must end. We must be completed. This loop must reach its end. Loop must reach its end. They were the halves within you, my love. All of them. The loves you could not see, the words you could never speak. You've been trying to piece them together. But now it's my turn. Either you complete me with your body, or confess the whole truth and bring the loop to its end. What truth do you want me to confess? Everything. Why you killed me. Why you were afraid. Why you were so utterly pathetic. Everything. The seas churn. Waves crash against the cliffs, scattering into the night. A garden of white flowers burns amongst crimson fire. Bare feet crush the withered blossoms. I was afraid to love you, because I didn't want to lose you like I lost everyone else. Look where that fear has led us. You feared to love, even while you were loving me. Look at me! Look at me! Look what you've done to me. I have no face anymore. She screams, yet the sound doesn't come from her. It erupts from the throat of the man staring at the ceiling. Her voice trembles like that of an outer Gaian creature just learning to speak. Black sludge drips from her neck as she convulses, but her face, her flayed and skinless face, it twists in grotesque rhythm. The flesh and bone beneath contort hideously. From beside her left eye, a thick yellow fluid seeps down her cheeks. I never wanted this for you. What didn't you want, my death? Too late for that, my love. I remember something. Sometimes, in the mornings, when I had to leave the bed and go outside, leaving you alone, I felt a vast emptiness in my heart that grew with every step, until I came back to you. Now I wonder, will I feel it again after our reunion? The creation. You mean a child, don't you? Tell the truth, Lilith. You think Lilith smiles, till you realize how this is possible. She has already braced herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run from her shoulder to her thigh like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp crimson dress, tears her skirt apart, and parts her legs. Welcome home, my love, to your first and final home. Inside me. What are you doing? I love you. Moonlight spills over Lilith, who sits on the table with her legs spread apart. Her lidless eyes do not leave you. Her half-lit face is pure horror. Then between her thighs, something flickers into view and vanishes. A smoke, gray, black, seeps out from between her legs, thick and viscous like sludge. The wind ceases. Something crawls into the world, Lilith's rage for you taking form. Rage. No. Her love. That's what she called it. You heard her too. It's love. A love beyond the borders of material realm. A love so magnificent. The smoke coils upward. A newborn storm. A whirlwind. It surrounds you. Fills the room. A metallic taste coats your tongue. Your breath shortens. Lilith's love begins to fill you. Yes. Your vision darkness. Darkens. You feel it, don't you? And in the end, a voice. Tell me, my love. Once we speak of this, there will be no turning back. So tell me. Do you wish to remember your past or to see the truth? I want to see the truth. Smoke coils around you. A realization spreads through the layers of your mind. The story has brought you here. I have brought you here. Well, I tried to not have you bring me here, but then you made me fall asleep and then abandoned me. Through the fine cracks in the smoke you see. The roof caved in, plaster fallen from the walls, windows long shattered. Rain drips from the hole above you and strikes your face. From somewhere unseen, you hear Lilith's voice. You were alone here, my love. For 65 months you've been alone. Since they took me, your conscience has never let you leave. You always knew the truth. It was to finish what you started, the ritual of black alchemy. Huh! Now you see. Yes, my love, you remember the pieces, don't you? The name, the blood, and the word. The truth isn't hidden behind your ritual, Lilith. You have to understand me. The smoke swirling around you thickens into a heavy veil. Its rising and falling tendrils resemble the tip of a fibrous whip winding slowly around your legs. Ah, I understand you, my love, more than you realize. I understand your love for me. But now you must understand yourself. Know yourself and finish the ritual. So then, say it. The name, the blood, and the words. You can't do this, Lilith. Wherever you are, you wouldn't dare. You don't know what I dare, my love. Remember you and despite you. Do you understand this? You won't be able to come back here. Well, we are already here. The smoke coils tightly around your legs, gripping like a vice. It burns. All right then. Show me the truth. What was my name? You've done the right thing, my love, because this is who you are. Elbeck. That was your name. It was in the first weeks of your 65-month solitude. Only days after they took me. They asked you for a name. You gave mine first. Then you signed your own on the witness paper. You said you saw me perform unauthorized alchemy. The guards told me you could see me one last time. One last time for my death. I told them there was no need. The smoke thickens, heavy and suffocating. From the other side you hear Lilith's voice. Yes, you were afraid, weren't you? You were not virtuous enough to see me one last time to say that you really loved me. Now speak your name. Confess it. My name is Elbeck, and I killed you because I avoided my virtue and I was afraid. You see the smoke taking shape before you, coalescing into a silhouette. The ritual is progressing. From beneath the mist, something slides across the floor towards your feet. Metal scraping softly. You recognize it. Lilith's dinner knife. The grand unification will unify us, my love. Then we will all be together. Now seal your name with your conscience. Spill your blood to the end. I don't think I can do this. Don't take the knife. Black smoke slams into your chest, hurling your back against the wall of rotted wood. It steals the air from your lungs. The moonlit room darkens further. Is your conscience worth more than your own life? After coming all this way? I can't. You ask too much of me. All this cowardice. Thought by now you'd found your courage. You'd stand by what you've done. Now standing before me, you cannot? Nope. Couldn't then, can't now. And you're not ready yet. You'll have to start again, the very beginning. You'll come back here again and again until you're ready. The smoke twined around your face, feet twists and convulses, those that had a body of its own. Releases your legs, retreating slowly. Let me go, Lilith. Where will you go? There's nowhere left. The door behind you bursts open. Clean sea air floods the room. Sound of droplets falling on mud grows sharper, clearer. That easy. Lilith steps out of the smoke. The sweat on your back chills in the wind. Her face, her body, free at last of all that horror, just as she was, first time you saw her. But in her eyes burns a deep disgust, a vast hatred. She strides toward you. Her lips crash against yours. You feel the breath torn from your chest. Then you are pulled from the door. The moment you cross the threshold, you are swallowed whole by the darkness. We'll start again, my love. Open your eyes, open your eyes! My eyes are already open, but I can't see. Where am I? My feet? Is that water? Something cold? Where is this? Am I dead? Is this really the end this time? Wait. Wait. Should I sit down? Yeah, let's sit. Water's cold. Is this really water or something else? What is this? Where am I? Keep waiting. Wait. I never left the house either, did I? 65 months. What did I eat when I was hungry? Catching a rat with my bare hands? Wait. In the dark. In the darkness of the basement. I went down during the cold months, drank from the water that gathered on the floor. I went out. Lilith would wait for me by the door, but not until the letter. Yes, the letter from her. The bloody letter. No, she didn't send that. I wrote it from me to you. I spilled my own blood on it. Look, it's here in my pocket. Sound from afar. Click. I hear it. Wait, no. Don't stop. Light. Catch the light. Run. It catches. Stop. I'm forgetting. Forgetting what? The past. What happened? I can't stay here. What if I forget? If I forget everything and start again? That wouldn't be so bad, would it? Just me. Only me. And only me. Me. Sit. Father, why do you not want me to come? I can board the ship too. You will stay here, murderer. Yes, that's what he said. Yes. After my mother died, he boarded the ship and left. He never returned. I climbed a hill of white flowers, then... Huh? A sound? Was it me? Who goes there? No one. No one but me. She had red hair. Red. What was she? It's dark here. Are my eyes open? Yes. Kill. My cat was not mine. It was with me. The amber eyes. Lived in Lilith's garden. A winged cat. Come, pass through the dark. To whom was it written? To me or to her? I wrote it. The letter is mine. I wrote it to summon me. Mother died. Lilith died. I died too. Creation, it was real. Lilith said she would give birth to our child. She was pregnant. She would give birth to our child. It was in the last months. I did not rejoice. Thought only of myself. I did not think I would be a good parent. I avoided my existence. This is why I wanted this is why she wanted the eternal unification. She feared I would leave her. Who? Lilith. Elbeck the Virtuous. Here. Forever. I will remember the truce. The light will forget you. The darkness will remember you always. The deepest depths, the shadows will embrace you. We got another ending. Uah. Hello, welcome. Sorry, I was deep into narration time. I think I'm gonna leave it there for this game. I like that ending. We managed to dodge the narrator several times. I consider that a win. Also, that was an hour and a half of narrating, so I'll play something that doesn't have more narrating. If you want to see more endings, go check this game out. It just came out on the like 2 days ago. It is good spooky times. You stepped in during some crazy scene. Yeah, the whole game is like that. There's some fun stuff going on there. So I'm gonna run a BRB and some ads. Stick around, and we're gonna come back with something.